Hey Bears, so unless you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure you've heard about this new Spider-Man game. It's all over the place. I'm seeing it everywhere. I wish I could play it. I still can't. So I'm living vicariously through YouTube and Twitch streams and people uploading clips on the internet until I can get my hands on the game, which should be soon, hopefully. And the vast majority of people seem like they're enjoying it. They're showing this beautiful game, these amazing screenshots that look like animation. Some of it looks like live action movies. They did a really good job of sort of blending everything together. My hat's off to them for being able to do that. I'm pretty sure there are some bugs and glitches in the game. I've seen a few people talking about that. But overall, I mean, this is the way it is. Bugs and glitches are going to happen. Hopefully they'll patch it soon. We'll see where it goes. Overall, I think most people that I've spoken with are enjoying it. I don't know. Are you enjoying it? Are you playing it? Are you enjoying it? Let me know in the comments below. However, there's this discourse over Black Cat in the game, about her sexuality in the game. Black Cat, there's been cases of her, or I think situations of her showing bisexuality. And I do believe that it might not be in the main 616, but I know there are versions of her, at least one that I remember, where that was the case. And so in this story, they've decided they want to go that direction with the character. And even if it was the first time that she would be shown as a bisexual character, what difference does it make? It's they're creating and making this game. It got signed off by everybody at the top end. So what difference does it make? I mean, it just seems like such a weird thing to complain about. I'm so frustrated, and a lot of my anger has turned into pity. It really has. It has turned into pity. And let me show you this here below this. Now, this is from a Reddit called Kotaku in Action, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to read the first paragraph, and then we're going to talk about just this culture in general. It says, do not buy the new Spider-Man game. It's gone fully woke. I've been watching gameplay video of Spider-Man 2, and I've seen enough wokeness in the first 2 hours to convince me that Sony is beyond redemption and can't make a game without injecting wokeness in every 5 minutes. And then it goes on to talk about this stuff or whatever. Look, I feel pity for this community. Of course, there's still a bunch of harm and danger that comes from them, and I'm not downplaying that at all. But I feel really bad for some of the people that came in late into this, because I don't think they can enjoy anything anymore. I don't think they can sit down and just watch and enjoy something anymore. They are too busy. They've been indoctrinated by these content creators and these people on social media to go through and have a mental checklist for anything and everything that they might perceive one of their favorite bobbleheads calling woke. They want to call it out themselves. They've just been conditioned into this, where they cannot enjoy anything. They can't just sit down and watch a movie or play a video game. They've been conditioned to get triggered by every little thing. You saw the meltdown from Az, right? Just imagine that applying to a bunch of people that now have started following these channels, following these accounts, and having their entire all fun ruined for them because of this. And these people would not admit it. It's not like these channels would admit they've done anything. They would blame it on the studios. They would blame it on the creatives. They would blame it on everybody else, because somehow in their mind, it makes more sense to them that all of these studios, all of these writers, all of these actors, all of these artists, all of these creative people from around the world, not connected whatsoever, from different walks of life, all somehow at the same time decided to start making content that will not make money for them, to make content that people hate, to make content that no one wants to see. Somehow all of them collectively started doing this at the same time, opposed to their small little group, their community online, coming up with a million excuses for why something is bad simply because a woman is in a lead position, because a gay person is featured, because a person of color is featured, because stories are now shifting away from just having a white male lead. They would have you believe that all of those other things are a problem. For what reason? Why would studios, why would creators, why would people around the world not connected have this insidious plan to ruin all entertainment? It doesn't make any sense. But you know what does make sense? A bunch of entitled people in a small community who keep screaming and hollering about marginalized people being featured in stories, people being seen in media that have not necessarily been allowed to be featured in media for a very long time. And when I say allowed, I mean literally allowed. The comic book industry up until the 2000s had issues with featuring people of certain backgrounds, certain demographics, in any way that that would reflect them positively. It was ridiculous. There's a history of this. And now the tide is shifting, and they act as if it is a concerted effort by individual people around the world to make media bad. And so now when they go and they sit down and they watch something, this checkbox of diversity that they somehow believe studios have, creatives have, like a creative person has a list of things next to them that they have to check off when they're making art, regardless of where it is. Is it a comic book? Checkbox. Is it a TV show? Checkbox. Movie? Checkbox. Is it music? Checkbox. Is it everything is checking off boxes? Because in their mind, that's the only way it works. They don't have a way of seeing things abstract. It's always it has to be done by design in this way, which is why they think they can go through and check off moments of wokeness, because that's how they're viewing the media. That's how they're seeing it. That's how these channels have convinced them to consume media. And it's really sad because a lot of these people, I believe, and it's going to happen sooner than later, they're going to realize that everything they've loved has not been ruined by the people that created it, the people that are making it. It's been ruined by this community. It has been ruined by these people online. Again, I'm not giving them any sort of way out of this and going, oh, well, this is not harmful. It's not dangerous. It absolutely is. It 100% is. But we are at a point where this has been over half a decade. We're seeing diminishing returns on this stuff. People are just not buying into it anymore. The views are down for them. Subscriptions are down for them for the most part. The traction going there is down. I'm not seeing them in recommended very often, which is really good. And we're seeing them become more radicalized. There are people on social media who have gone from trying to pretend that it's about fandom, pretending it's about culture, to just outright racism and bigotry, homophobia, transphobia, just completely mask off. All the people who are like, I don't want politics and content now are like, I'm putting politics in it, but it's my politics. We've seen this happen. A lot of the stuff when it comes to these crowdfunded things that come from this community, they do it. They put politics and they put social issues in their comic books, in their media, because it's what they believe in, which is exactly what they're accusing Hollywood of doing. So it's a situation where they are okay with it as long as it's stuff that they agree with. That's it. Anyway, Black Cat, Spider-Man 2, bisexual, okay, no big deal. I don't really care. I don't think most people care, but this community online seems to think it's such a massive problem. But their well is drying up. The checks aren't clearing much anymore for them, and we're going to see more and more of these channels either shift their focus to become more radicalized, or they're going to go away. Hey Bears, Eric here. If you're enjoying my content, please consider hitting subscribe to support the channel, give a like, and leave a comment down below. Also, if you'd like to support the channel in another way, there are several options. You can become a member by hitting the join button and selecting a tier that works for you. You can leave a super chat during a live stream, or you can leave a super thanks in the comments down below. Thank you once again for supporting the channel, and I hope to see you again. Take care.